on a personal level, this is the first big show that I ever did. I had done, a lot of theater before auditioning for Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'd done regional theater and Shakespeare and American classics, and this was really the first time that I got to do comedy on a regular basis. And so it allowed me to grow as an actor quite a bit, and it also provided stability for me in a way that I'd never had before. I think for a lot of my life, many people told me that it was risky to try to be an actor, that I should have something to fall back on, try to study something else, not follow my dream, basically. But I resisted that, and I'm really glad I did, because eventually I came to this place where not only was I being rewarded emotionally and mentally and through my soul for what I was doing, but I also started getting paid, which was nice. And on top of that, I was able to provide for my family. And I think I would consider myself, probably the main breadwinner for my family. And that includes my extended family. And so what this show allowed me to do was provide a sense of stability that I think that my parents had never had before, my sister had never had before, I had never had before. And it really shaped my future and the future of my family in the United States. I'm an immigrant, and I think part of my parents' dream for me was to be able to follow my artistic soul into whatever I wanted to do, and they allowed me that freedom. And it's been a huge gift to me to be able to repay them because of all of the sort of sacrifices that they made for me to want to be an artist. And so the fact that I get to do that and have gotten to do that every day for 8 seasons has been miraculous. There is a scene that stands out to me, and it's from the pilot, and it's when Jake stands up. He's got a tie on for the first time, and Holt is very proud that he's got a tie on, and then he stands up from behind a desk and he's just wearing underwear. And I think that was indicative of what the show was going to feel like for forever, and it did. It always feels like we have these really solid kind of growth moments, and then we take the air out of them and make the audience laugh and give them stuff that's unexpected and silly and goofy. I think that's part of the reason why the show succeeds with people over a large span of ages. It's not just for 20-year-olds that are dating and sitting on their couch and watching it together. It's also for 12-year-olds. It's also for the parents of those 12-year-olds. It is, at its heart, at its core, it really is like a dude in his underwear doing silly dancing, which is kind of great. But the dude is a good dude, and he's trying to be a better human. And I think that that's kind of the core of the show. I think what I really will miss is my friends that I've made here. Friends that, some of them I'm really close with, and some of them are work friends. But both have a really special place in my heart. And I think that that's going to be difficult to wrap my brain around, that I won't see those people next season. That's a hard sort of truth to come to. That's it is in this really stupid way, it's very much like graduating high school or something. It's well, that's it. You can't go back, unless you fail. But you can't go back and relive that. It's just this one period of your life, and that's really what this show has been. It's just been this one very special period of our lives, and it ends. Everything good ends, unfortunately / fortunately, because it allows you to also grow and be grateful for what you have while you're there. I think you can expect that we are not going to shy away from dealing with the world as it is. And I think, fans of the show across the world can understand how difficult and full of change the last couple years have been since the show has aired. And I'm excited for fans of the show to see what we're doing with all that and how we're meeting that challenge head on. I think we remain really true to what Brooklyn Nine-Nine does really well, which is we have these kind of very honest, real moments, and yet we couch them in a lot of really funny, fun humor.